squared plus 10x plus 25 over x squared plus 9x plus 20. So we have to factor the top row, and that would be x plus 5 and x plus 5 over x plus 4 over x plus 5. Now when it comes to restrictions, they are needed to prevent the denominator of the original expression from being 0. So we found our answer, but the original expression was x plus 5 and x plus 5 over that. And so we don't want this part to equal 0. So we start with restrictions, which means x cannot equal -4, and it can't equal -5. If that's confusing for you, you can just think about it like this. You don't want the denominator to equal 0 because then the entire thing would just be incorrect. So x plus 4 is what you have. You're going to set that equal to 0, subtract 4, and then you'll get x equals -4, which is your restriction. For the next one, we have -27x cubed y over 9x to the 4th y. And so you just go about this normally when it comes to simplifying. So just cross out common factors, and so taking out 9, that would be -3, and then for these ones you just take out the entirety of x cubed because that would go into this, and then you can take out both y's, and then you're left with -3 over x. And so from the original equation we can see that our restrictions are 0 and x plus 10 over x squared plus 10x plus 25. And so this is one that you're going to have to factor out. So 2x plus 10 becomes x plus 5 and 2 plus 2 over x plus 5 and x plus 5. From there, we are going to cross out common factors, and we're left with 4 over x plus 5. And as you can see in the first equation, this one, the restriction is -5. Now we have x squared plus 8x plus 16 over x squared minus 2x minus 24. And from there, we're going to factor it out, and we'll get x plus 4 times x plus 4 over x minus 6 times x plus 4. So, cross out common denominators, and our answer is going to be x plus 4 over x minus 6. From our denominator, we can tell that our restrictions are going to be positive 6 and negative 4. 2x squared plus 7x plus 3 over x minus 4 times x squared minus 16 over x squared plus 8x plus 15. And so that will become 2x plus 1 times x plus 3 over x minus 4 times x plus 4, x minus 4 over x plus 3 and x plus 5. Now we can cross off common factors, but you have to make sure that it's not within the same problem. It has to be from either one, so like x minus 4 and x minus 4, and x plus 3 and x plus 3, like that. And so from that we can find that our answer is 2x plus 1, x plus 4, over x plus 5. Which means that our restriction is going to be -3 and -5 and positive 4, because we have to remember this side too. Now we have 4x squared over 5y times 7y over 12x to the 4th. And so for this one, we can't simplify it like we've simplified previous problems. So what we're going to do is cross out common factors just within this equation. So we're going to do the common factors, which is y and y. X squared can go into x to the 4th twice, so that's going to be x squared now, and then 4 goes into 12 3 times. And so, once we're left with that, we can combine everything, and our answer should be 7 over 5x squared. We have x squared minus 4 over x squared minus 1 times x plus 1 over x squared plus 2x. So with this one, we can simplify it, and so x squared minus 4 becomes x plus 2, x minus 2 over x plus 1, x minus 1 times x plus 1 over x plus 2 times x. So this goes to show that it doesn't always simplify like that. You can also do it this way. Now we can get rid of like terms, which is x plus 2, and x plus 1, and x plus 1. So now we have x minus 2, x minus 1, and x left over. So when we combine them, we know that our answer is x minus 2 over x times x minus 1. Which means that our restrictions are positive and -1 and -2. Now we have 2x plus 12 over 3x minus 9 times 2x minus 6 over 3x plus 8. For this problem, we can't simplify it like we did many others, so instead we have to do it like this. 2 times x plus 6 over 3 times x minus 3 times 2 times x minus 3 over 3x plus 8, because that part can't be simplified. So now with every problem that you do, not just this one, you have to remember that you want to have something in common that you can cross out, like this part for this problem. So as I made clear, there are like terms in this problem. So we're going to cross out x minus 3 and x minus 3, and that leaves us with our answer, which can be combined and made into 4 times x plus 6 over 3 times 3x plus 8. Here's our first problem. When you're dividing rational expressions, think about it like you're dividing fractions. You have to multiply by the reciprocal, which means this problem is going to look like this. 4 minus x over 3x plus 2 times x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2 times 7y minus 5 over 5x minus 4. Now we're going to get rid of common terms. So our first one that we can see is x minus 2 and x minus 2. Now when it comes to 4 minus x and x minus 4, there's a little trick you can do. 4 minus x and x minus 4 will cross each other out, but first you have to make sure that you change it to x minus 4 and make sure it's negative. That way it's flipped. So cross these ones out. Then from that we know that our answer is negative 7y minus 5 over 5 times 3x plus 2. Now we have 6x plus 6y over x minus y divided by 18 over 5x minus y. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, and we're going to get 6x plus 6y over x minus y times 5x minus y over 18. We can simplify that by pulling out common factors. So that's going to change and be 6 times x plus y over x minus y times 5x minus y over 18. From there we can cross out like terms x minus y and x minus y, and 6 also goes into 18 3 times. So our answer is going to be x plus y times 5 over 3. Now we have 3y minus 12 over 2y plus 4 divided by 6y minus 24 over 4y plus 8. So multiply by the reciprocal, and we have 3y minus 12 over 2y plus 4 times 4y plus 8 and 6y minus 24. From here, we're going to pull out some common factors within each one. So 3 times y minus 4 over 2 times y plus 2 times 4 times y plus 2 and 6 times y minus 4. Now we can cross off like terms, which is y minus 4 and y minus 4, and y plus 2 and y plus 2. But also, 2 goes into 4 twice, as does 3 goes into 6 twice also. So from that, we know that our answer is 2 over 2, which equals 1. Now for our last problem, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal again, and we'll get y squared minus 5y plus 6 over y cubed multiplied by 4y squared over y squared plus 3y minus 10. So we're going to simplify, and we'll get this. Y minus 3 times y minus 2, because we're simplifying, and y times y times y, just to show. And then 4 times y over y plus 5 y minus 2. Crossing out like terms, y minus 2, y minus 2, 2 y's and 2 y's, and this is what we're left with. Four y minus 3 over y times y plus 5.